This match is scheduled for one fall, 1 hour time limit. It is for your SCCW heavyweight title match. Willie B Badd and the Thug. you what? We'll have the Thug, we'll have Willie B Badd, and then we'll make it all fall at street fight.
That works. That way the gross injustice that's happened here with the outside interference won't be a factor.
Saying, first of all, y'all need to shut your mouth. We'll fall at street fight. That's what.
Well, there you have it, fans. Tonight we look at some legends in the area. That was the death row inmate, of course. Willie B Badd, one of the greatest tag teams in East Tennessee history. Unfortunately, the death row was, well, the long arm of the law caught up with him. Stuffed them back in Brushy Mountain for a while. Who knows when they'll get out. Love to see more of them in the future.
Yeah, it's a sad case with death row. Out of all of them, you know, Brad is still particularly active. He just got through with the giant death match tournament up in New Jersey.
Yeah, you know, you misbehave and they stuff you in solitary. You can't get out. Maybe someday though. Maybe they'll get a parole. Maybe they'll be able to come out. Maybe Willie can come back. He had a great series of matches with the Thug, for instance.
Like the match we just saw with the Thug. He never got his rematch. Of course, you know, Willie unfortunately has suffered emotional health issues since then. And in the semi-near future, we will be having the Willie B Badd tribute show. Kind of helping with some of the cost, fees, that sort of thing.
But prison life ain't no fun.
Of course, you know, Jason also not currently wrestling. Like I said, you pretty much Brad and Roxy still.
I mean, they were the favorites to win the SECW inaugural tag team championships, but the health injury issues, as you saw if you were at
At Warzone.
the big Warzone show last year, Too Cold Scorpio off that top rope, he was shattered.
Literally, the injury that Jason Max had has been described to me as the injury that kills most rodeo riders. That particular fracture.
But he recovered from the injury for the most part.
Jason's a bit of a freak of nature, it turns out.
Those prison doctors work wonders. They took him back to Brushy, screwed him back together. He looks like Frankenstein now.
He kind of looks like a Terminator, actually.
You know, I like Frankenstein. But he does. Remember when Arnold had his face was all scraped into blades, and I think his eyes red. She was a laser beam. He did get the laser eye installed.
I think he did, actually. That was one of the things he was going for.
Got that laser beam eye.
Of course, I did talk to their chief representative, Jagger Sterling, the other day. And
Sterling.
Jagger right now is a big wheel in the cane for a Knox County mayor campaign, but we may be hearing from Jagger.
I heard Jagger had an impromptu concert recently with Kip Winker.
Jagger did get on stage and sing with Winker. Well, Kip Winker, anyway. Not to be confused with Don Dawkins' Kip Winker.
Not sure that's a good thing, unless you're with Don Dawkins official, because Dawkins will, Dawkins will find you, and he will use some of his first degree, or 8th degree black belt if you infringe on his copyright. So Jagger Sterling, you better look out. Maybe Don Dawkins after you right now.
And you know, with the death row out of commission, and Brad and Roxy traveling the country, you know, that puts his circle of protection well spread out.
Roxy has been dominating across the landscape with multiple titles, and
she's a current KFW Women's Champion.
I have to say, I love Kenzie, Violet. If the SECW brings in its own women's champion, think Rock and Roll Roxy would be the top favorite for that.
I mean, she had to win the KFW title. She had to beat Kenzie, Violet, and Nicole Payne, and did.
There was a lot of talent in the Death Row family. And potential world singles champions, as we saw Willie B Badd take the Thug to the limit.
Well, you know, they had the
Tag
potential
team
for a cruiserweight champion because they had Christian Lotus for a while.
Women's champion. The Christian Lotus was kind of, I mean, he wasn't by choice with them. It was one of those prison exchanges.
Yeah, you know.
They want him in a prison ride.
They made him wear his pants real saggy.
Well, I mean, he usually doesn't have to wear pants at all, so it was still an improvement.
That's true. But with all that coming up, we also have the June Summer Heat Wave. We've got July's Young Talent Showcase. We will be returning to La Follette very soon. Warzone's coming up in August.
Warzone's going to be huge. It's going to be the bigliest show in East Tennessee.
It is. I mean, where else do you see a former WWE superstar in the form of Gangrel coming to town?
That's tremendous.
Former TNA and Ring of Honor champion Sanjay Dutt.
Oh, it's going to be huge. It's going to be the bigliest show. Menace, the Thug, Xander Storm, all of those guys on the card. Skylar Sage.
Lenny Stratton's going to be there. Nicole Payne's going to be there.
Is Rock and Roll Roxy
Rock and Roll
returning?
Roxy's going to be there. In fact, she's going to be taking on Christian Lotus.
Well, Christian Lotus has always had his eye on that women's title in the area. He may be throwing, because he does well often wear a dress. He may be throwing his hat in the ring if there's an SECW Tag Team Champion, or probably Women's Champion or something.
There's a fella coming in called Odinson. And I know you've seen him at the end credits of this show. You talk about a specimen.
Does he come from the land of ice and snow?
He does come from the land of ice and snow.
I heard there's a midnight sun there and the harsh winds blow. So he wields that hammer.
He does. He's got a tattoo right here. It's the hammer of the gods.
It's going to be quite an event. I mean, you got all summer to cook on that one. We'll have shows in June, shows in July.
You'll actually be able to buy advance tickets to it at the show in July.
And get your ticket for that. It's going to be in La Follette.
It'll be in La Follette.
In La Follette, Warzone.
Yeah, after last year, we just decided that La Follette would be Warzone's home.
I mean, it's for the best. We had a great crowd. We thank everybody who came back to that. Oh, we got a phone call here. I'm sure it's going to be something I don't want to hear. You're on Wrestle Talk.
John, this is Mitch. I've got something I gotta say.
He's got something to say. Is it better to burn out than to fade away?
We're talking about, big events coming down the pike here, Mitch. I'm not sure if we got time for you. I was told by Mike Powers to hang
You
up on
always
your
got
meeting.
time for me. I've got something to say.
What do you have to say?
I don't like the way things have been going in SECW, so I think that I've got an idea that's going to shake things up. And you better be watching your back because I'm coming to you.
He's talking about you, Patrick. Everybody's
No, I'm talking about you.
He's talking about you. God, well, this is awful.
I have nothing to say.
Has Patrick not had enough bad things happening to him lately? We've got another caller coming in on another line here, Mitch. Apparently Mitch just hung up on us. You're on Wrestle Talk.
Yes, where's Powers at tonight?
Oh, Mike Powers is on vacation right now.
Oh, I guess you're glad of that, ain't you?
Well, it makes my life easier, and it makes Patrick's life easier.
Well, so you gonna have on tonight, Pat?
It's just us right now. We've got Thug is recovering from a long few weeks of spring practice. We got another match coming up here in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about June and July's Rocky Top shows.
All right, see you, man.
All right, thanks for calling.
Well, I don't know what Mitch was going on about. He can't even get his phone to work properly, apparently.
Well, yeah, before we go any further, we should probably go ahead and talk about our sponsors.
We should. You can't mess the big side here. It is folded a little bit. We're going to have to fix that. But you need a pizza, and they've got the cheeseburger pizza right now.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
only $10. It's a cheeseburger on a pizza. It's got pickles, It's got tomatoes if you want them. He never gets tomatoes on them, but it's used with tomatoes. It's got beef, bacon, the special Papa John's cheeseburger.
The sauce is what really sets it apart.
562-7272. Call it right now. And say, please, maybe it's Dub there, maybe it's James, maybe it's Steve. Maybe who knows who's working, but ask them to make you a stretched out, extra large cheeseburger pizza.
Tell them Pat and John told you to.
It's absolutely great. Of course, the volunteer times. We have our volunteer times community chores awards tomorrow night.
That's going to be a big event.
Please like us on Facebook, the volunteer times. We're going to try to stream it live on Facebook. We're not sure how that's going to work.
It all depends on how good our internet signal is at the auditorium.
If you have free time,
it's open to the public.
come to Campbell County High School, the auditorium. Hopefully there's seats available for you. We have approximately 300 seats. Not sure how many people are going to be there. It may be sold out. Not sold out per se. We don't know. So I think it's free to get in, but it's a formal event. Patrick and I will be dressed to the nines in our general formal gear. We're presenting the Coach of the Year award, but there's awards for Officer of the Year for each of the cities and the county. The Volunteer Fireman of the Year from each of the cities. Teacher of the Year. There's the Legends Award. The volunteertimes.com, you can look. We'll have all the winners on there. Volunteer Times on Facebook. So hopefully it'll be live. Eventually it will be on YouTube. And it's something we're going to start doing every year, honoring the local people in the community. And we didn't vote on it. No one.
There's actually a committee that.
No one from the Volunteer Times actually voted on it. We took the nominations in. We sent them to the committee. Some of the more local prominent citizens are on the committee. They chose the awards. That's tomorrow night. If you can't make it, watch it on Facebook, like the Volunteer Times, and you can watch it on there. And say, hopefully, according to our internet signal, is in the auditorium. We'll do our best for you.
There's also the trophy room. They have a
trophy store in Jacksboro, behind Weirwoods. Jeff and Sheila.
Right. We talk about their trophies, and they make great trophies. The plaque they made for the Steve Rutherford Memorial Show, off the chain's nice. They do other things. They do license plates. They do cell phone covers. They got a wide variety. I highly recommend you check them out for all.
Oh yeah, it's easy to get to, easy to find. Go to Weirwoods right there at the Jacksboro Fallout line, right there behind the big giant bank. You turn in, they're right there behind the bank. Great selection, easy to find, great prices, and great people to deal with. They'll make your trophies, your awards, employee of the month. Get one for
your pastor,
anniversary for your parents, your grandparents, birthdays, anything you want. Trophies, plaques, cell covers, license plates. They can get it for you. They can do it, and they'll do a great job with high quality products, high quality materials they make them out of.
Coming up, we're talking about June 10th, Rocky Top, Tennessee, the summer heat wave. Now, first off, I will assure you there will be concessions sold this time. Just there was a mix-up on one end. Those things happen sometimes.
There'll be concessions. Hopefully they have a nice, smooth show. I personally am going to get a restraining order against Mitch because he clearly threatened me on the phone just now and said he was going to stab me.
Now, I did get confirmation. One of the matches that night will be the Super Cruiserweight Billy Marshall versus Violet Adams.
Here, I'm so sure which lines, huh? You're on Wrestle Talk. That's old heavy breather McGinty, who occasionally calls me. But anyway, you say Violet Adams
versus the Super Cruiserweight.
That's for the belt?
No, there's no belt.
Harvey Christian Lotus has that belt right now. No?
It's a special challenge. Christian will be taking on the ever exciting Hairband and maybe Hairband's one of his last shots at this belt if he can't get the job done.
I'll tell you, I know the fans have been clamoring for it, and I've been getting asked on the street, emails, texts. Skylar Stage defending his title.
Yes, he is. That match has not been named yet, though. But I will say this: a certain large Soviet is very interested in taking that belt back to Russia.
Well, here we go again. You're on Wrestle Talk. I think it's Darth Vader calling.
It is the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, happy 40th anniversary of Star Wars, Darth, and thanks for calling in. We like heavy breathing sometimes.
Now, not only that, the Young Talent Showcase coming up. Tristan Ramsey is going to be taking on Kennedy Page Kennedy.
Some exciting names in the Young Talent Showcase there.
That's the only match I have signed for that one so far that I can announce. Because I can't just randomly announce stuff like I used to.
Well, you are under certain restrictions these
But,
days.
that is the one match I've been released to announce.
Did you watch the Thugs card today?
Well, no, actually, Thug's not in town right now. That's why he's not here tonight.
I mean, I thought he left his Mercedes sitting there for you to watch. But he told me.
Well, then, yes. Yes, I
I'd be
did.
really upset when he comes in if they're burping on the Mercedes. You know he hates it.
It's raining. Raining is like car washing.
You
When it rains, your car becomes clean. A wet car is a clean car.
that can be true at times. Sometimes it's not true. Exciting cards coming up. As they start on June 10th, that's only 2 weeks away. Get the Memorial Day holiday. Hopefully you kick back, have a great time. Go to Tiki Club. Not really our sponsor, but our favorite person, Carmen, works there. So go to Tiki Club, see Carmen. It's a great actual location. Hey,
Former SECW manager extraordinaire, Paul Diamond, is the DJ out there.
I say go see Carmen because
Paul Diamond.
well, I mean it's Carmen. But yeah, go have fun, have a great weekend. Do whatever you got to do.
Have some fun family
Whatever
time.
business you're going to have to do next weekend. Because the weekend after that, Saturday night,
Rocky Top, Tennessee.
be there. We'll have chili, nachos, hot
Pizza.
dogs, pizza, drinks, entertainment for the family. Skylar Sage will be on the card. He's been trying to get me to find out who he's wrestling, but I've tried and can't. Sorry, Skylar.
Travis Graves, his partner, will be back this time.
Travis Graves looking swell, ready to go. I mean, granted, he's still under investigation for the incident
Belt
with
snatching.
belt snatching with a very sensitive topic in the SECW after the ouster of Ryan Reckless over his belt snatching incident, or belt pawning incident, one might say. But Second Nation was not happy with.
And I don't know anything about this because, again, I don't have access, but word on the street is Ryan has filed his appeal.
It's under appeal. I mean, I've been working with certain parties to try to get his sentence lengthened personally after his excursion into the ring last week, pardon me, the last show. He shouldn't be excursioning into things. Table excursion never works.
And speaking of people who've been excursioning in, have you noticed that the Next Gen Clique has been back in the crowd?
Yeah, I've been seeing them in the crowd a lot, and they got their signs. They love Smiley.
And again, I have no power over anything at this point, other than I produce this TV show and I'm sometimes given stuff to say on TV. But I've seen contracts with their name on them sitting by the fax machine.
You cleaning the office or something?
Yeah, that's just what I do.
Well, as long as you're not snooping around in the office. That's
No,
I'm
I've
sure
never
you
seen
do
around the
that
office.
at all. And I'll tell you one thing, folks. Another not our sponsor. Go to Twin Cove.
Now, their food services is Coal Creek Smokehouse, and though they're not a full-time sponsor, they always do sponsor the Toys for Rocky Top Kids event in November. So, that is sort of patronizing a sponsor.
Go to Twin Cove one of these weeks, somewhere in the course of summer. Ask for Alexis or Bryce. Great service, great food. I had a great Philly steak out there today.
I had a sandwich that was candy bacon, pulled pork, grilled pork belly.
Got it all over the place.
I got a little bit on the table.
It was awful. It was a good thing Thug was out of town because I almost sent a picture of it. I couldn't get the internet service out there, fortunately for you.
But anytime you spend time with Alexis is a good time.
Go out there,
Or Bryce. Bryce is
patronize
pretty
your local
awesome.
business, see some good waitresses,
They'll have live music out there this weekend. They'll have a live DJ at Tiki this
get in some
weekend.
summer fun.
Fun family time, my friends.
Because like I said, June the 10th, you're booked. Saturday, June the 10th, You gotta be in Rocky Top.
What we need is a big pontoon that we put in the ring up. And have like middle of the channel wrestling.
Yeah, I think you would take at least 2 pontoons.
Well, not one really big one.
Unless you put one big one in the middle and if you can put Billy Marshall on one side and like somebody else on the other, and you see who really weighs more.
Oh, you're wise.
I feel like Billy Marshall would probably be way up in the air all the time though, because the other guys are real heavy and they
That's true. Coming up here in just a minute to close the show out, we got a match with the Cadillac Cowboy Steve Burns and Tristan Ramsey from the family reunion. Now, we all know Caddy. Caddy is.
Oh, Caddy, he's a great man.
Caddy is. He's the Randy Savage of East Tennessee.
He's got the most luxurious beard in wrestling right
He really does.
now. And that thing's nice. You should follow him on Instagram.
Tristan Ramsey is. He's been around for just a little bit. He's a great young talent, and you know, he had a health issue that sidelined him for a little while. But now that he's back,
Well, he's gonna have some more health issues. And Caddy hates those young bucks. He wants to smack them.
and you'll be seeing that match coming up here in about 5 minutes or so. But you know, like I said, the 10th gonna be big. Then July, the Young Talent Showcase. Then in August, not only will we have a show in Lake City,
That was gonna be huge.
we're gonna have Warzone.
Huge month coming up in August.
You know, I've got some other big things coming up towards the end of the year. Al Snow.
That's what to talk about.
Yeah.
And you're a gag order right now.
That's true. I can't really say.
Just keep watching the show on Thursday nights, and we'll eventually tell you. He's dropping names that he shouldn't be dropping.
You're right. You're right. I wasn't supposed to say anything about that. Forget that I mentioned Al Snow's name. I did not mention the name of Al Snow.
Just please, fans, don't pay attention to what he's saying right now. Just because Al Snow is probably coming to a show, and you got me doing it.
I mean, we're just saying.
Well, I mean, that's not coming officially from the top down. That's just rumors that are floating about the NCCW back channels right now. And everybody knows all of the sniff out rumors. Sometimes literally have to sniff them out.
Rumor also has it that Big and Funky will be making their debut this fall.
You know what they are?
Big.
Big and funky. And nobody funks it up like Vinny.
The Southern Bad Boys. You know, there's a lot of talent in this area.
So the big and funky are the KFW Tag Team Champion. And they told me personally they want to have all the tag team belts. Because, you know, they love gold and flashy stuff. And Luke is so tall that he can like stack the belts all the way up and still have room.
And Vinny has those calves.
Oh, Vinny's got some women that can.
Yeah, he's got his lovely funkettes. Hey, we talk about KFW, and I gotta say, I don't normally mention other shows on here, but you know, Tommy Henry is a man I consider a good friend, and he's always been willing to work with me, and he's got some good stuff going on. We don't run on the same nights. There's no competition. We're just two guys trying to make wrestling better in East Tennessee.
That's been the case for most of the general rule, most of the wrestling shows, and especially in the area from Knoxville up to here. There are several promotions right now. We generally never run on the same night, and for certainly not the same town if we are on the same night, but rarely even on the same night. So there's always some good wrestling to check out.
If we're running on the same night as somebody upper East Tennessee or somebody down towards Chattanooga.
And we are still trying to get into Scott County.
Like I said, they had
flooding,
issues.
the flooding from last month. Everybody had some, the severe flooding that popped up. I mean, it got the roads around my house, got a lot of people around.
And I don't know if any of you
Rough their gym up.
know how those gym floors are, but the way it is, when water gets in there, those boards separate.
Oh yeah,
And
it can be really bad.
it can be dangerous, and obviously they want their gym in good shape when it rolls around for the time for them to actually need their gym.
But we're still working on that. We're still working on being on TV in the other areas. If you're watching this online, you have to be in Scott County or Southeastern Kentucky. We're working on getting on TV in your area. I mean, granted, it was going better until somebody here ran into a lot of gambling issues and some other issues and got sued.
It was one horse race. Well, it was 10 horse races. It was all one day.
It was $150,000.
But it was just one day and just a few horse
It
races.
was a big man's account. He got an open tab for it. He doesn't mind if you spend
Well, you know,
some money, but he doesn't like gambling money.
but you don't understand. You understand how much more money we would have if those horses would
He gave you that money to wine and dine some upcoming talent and treat them like kings
Listen.
and queens.
I watched that horse poop. You know what a horse poops? It's gonna run good.
Well,
But unfortunately, this one didn't.
you didn't even buy them tickets and you spent all the money gambling. So all those people from the Ohio Valley area that were going to be invading, well, they're stuck up there now because you spent all the budget.
That's okay because the Belmont's coming up,
It is coming up. It is the last leg of the Triple Crown.
and I really think I can make it back. I just need a big man to give me an advance.
Yeah, he said he was going to give you an advance notice that if you ever got caught gambling again, you would be getting a pink slip. No
Well,
cleaning, nothing, none of that.
listen. I think we're about time. It's about time for us to
Oh,
start
yeah, we're just a minute
our
away.
outro. Fans, we thank you for watching tonight.
Great match here with Caddy. Stay tuned and watch it.
And next week we'll have some more big stuff, and we should have the full card for Rocky Top.
We're out.
Clear.